Hey, greetings YouTube. Performance reviews where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today we're going to do an unboxing on the Vacmaster. And Vacmaster is a brand that's owned by Cleva, if you care to know. And they make basically rebranded stuff, but this is like their own in-house brand. But they also make some of the items for Shark. They make some of the items for Kenmore currently. So here we are, made in China. And that's this company's spiel, is they are very well known. That's what's there. And yeah, we can see there, and then you can see the Chinese domestic market barcode. So it's interesting it has that on there as well. So let's go ahead and open it up. And I want to disclose my relationship with Vacmaster. I have none. They have no idea that this is in my possession. I just straight up ordered this off Amazon. So let's see what's in the box. All right. First look at what we're unboxing here. We have a very thin owner's manual. And as you can see, this is their Henry knockoff machine. So I'm curious to see what that is. We get, man, those are really thin wands. Usually when you pick a wand up, you can't flex it, but this one you can. So some sort of low grade, very low grade stainless steel. I don't know if you can see this, but it is slightly rusted inside one of these. So it's not actually stainless, but it's that Chinesium stainless steel we've all come to know and accept. Let's see. Oh, got a tapered hose. That's super cool. All right, hose is tapered. I like that. It's nice. Wow, it's about an 8-foot hose. That's impressive. All right, and we have a crevice tool. And somebody was asking if this is a real vessel work tool, and surprise, surprise, I don't know how much that shows up on camera, but there is a vessel work logo. This is single articulation. It's not a double articulation, so this is definitely an econo tool. Slightly different than what is given with the Henry, even though it might look the same in a different parking space. So that's cool. And I guess you're going to hear me compare this to the Henry a lot in this video, because that's what this is. We have a very cheap nylon dusting brush. And the machine. That's it. No packing material. Besides what you see here. I love that sound. So, we have here a faceless, very faceless Henry. I wasn't sure if this was going to be 160 or 200 size. And it appears to be, just pulling a Henry for comparison real quick, it appears to be Henry 160 size in terms of its footprint. A little bit wider, so kind of in between. So it's their own size. Non-telescoping wands, a little over 1 meter when they're connected. That just fits in the back. Then we have our tools here. Now there is a suction relief on the hose that you can open up if you get stuck on the rug, something like that. Everything else is friction fit, so you do have to put it in pretty tight for it to work. And one thing I'll note out of the box, this hose is super stiff, which means if you give this a little bit too much movement, well, that's going to happen. So a lot more top heavy than something like a Henry. One thing I was curious before I get to connecting him is I want to show that the Henry hoses are different. So let's screw him on. Oh, the turning angle on this is going to tip a lot easier than a Henry. So curious what the label is here real quick as well. That's interesting to see. Now what I do like is I do see some tool storage in the rear. That's kind of cool. And yeah, you can put the wands on there as well. And then you can do that. We can see the actual made in China. And then you see Cleva, the brand, right there. Before we go ahead and turn this on, let's take a look at these locking latches. Open it up. So there's a pre-motor filter there. And then we did have, I thought this was really interesting. there's like a HEPA filter here. Nothing feels sealed. All the plastic feels very, very cheap. And the HEPA filter still has glue on it right there. So that might be putting, I wonder if that's just kind of, it's easy enough to get to. So then we have the pre-motor filter. Gosh, this is thin. It says HEPA, but this is thin. And then the bag did not come installed. So that is maybe the biggest thing to know, is the bag. And the bag actually looks like an Linhouse HF6 bag, is what it looks like. All right, before we light up the comment section, let's see if Henry bags fit it, because I know that's going to be the question on everybody's mind. I'd say Henry bags fit that very well. If you want to buy better bags, definitely consider getting the HEPA bags with that. These Clever bags just don't feel well made. Gosh, that feels cheap. I think I'm just going to save that and throw that to the side. I think we're going to run Henry bags in her. Probably get a little bit more suction out of her that way as well. So I'll put that in. This is all very thin. This is not a Henry experience. I'll tell you that right now. If you're expecting the quality of a Henry, this is not what you're getting. What you're getting is well, very typical Clever quality. It's just not particularly great. So let's see how much suction she had. So we got about 45 inches of working vacuum, which is excellent. A little less than a Henry. A little less, maybe 44. Then we got about 75 inches of sealed suction. Now you'll note on their website it should get about 80. We are a mile above sea level, so that does affect our results here. One other thing, upon turning this thing on, it reeks of Chinesium. And if you're not familiar with that word, this thing's going to be off-gassing that plastic for a few weeks to come. The cord winder does have a stopper on there. I do like that. That's a good feature. And we appear to have 20 feet of cord. Well, let's see how it picks up. All right, if you're new to the channel, we're going to do a pickup test, which also includes running it with a studio mic, so you're going to hear the real sound of the machine and what this machine sounds like. Let's give it a try. Now, there's no rotating brush, but there is just a straight suction head. So again, not really for wall-to-wall carpet, but let's see how it does. Well, all right, so we got a little bit of flour left right here, and then everything else it did excellent on, as you can see. And this is a really low pile carpet. Most people are not going to have something this low in their house, but if you had low pile commercial carpet, I think this would be pretty acceptable. Let's see how it does with the brushes down on hard floor. And again, we have fresh pet hair, cat litter, flour, and breakfast cereal. I think those results speak for themselves. It did really well. And again, the power numbers are there, so this all makes sense. So if you had a bunch of hard floor to do, this definitely would be a good machine for that. Hey, I want to thank you all for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a full review on this product and comparison to the Henrys, and I'll let you know just how those compare in an upcoming video. So hit that bell notification if you haven't already. Have yourself a wonderful day.